Welcome to Law Talk. I'm Matt Hamilton. Blue Springs Municipal Court. Today we're telling you everything you need to know if you have to go to Blue Springs Municipal Court. This court is somewhat difficult to find. Here's the address. You're going to want to look it up on your phone and you're going to want to GPS it in. It is just southwest of the main downtown area in Blue Springs. But if you haven't been there before and you're not familiar with the area around that water tower, it's somewhat difficult to get to. But don't worry, once you get near it, you won't be able to miss it. It's a huge, brand new, beautiful, fancy new building. Look how nice that is. And you won't be able to miss it. Parking also is not anything that needs to concern you. There are several parking lots right adjacent to Blue Springs Municipal Court, and you're not going to be walking more than 100 or 200 feet to get into court. And I've never seen it where the parking lots are so filled you can't get a space. Years ago that was a problem. It no longer is. Arrive early. The reason for this is that there are several lines in Blue Springs Municipal Court that you have to stand in before you go into court. Don't stand in the wrong line. On the left-hand side, there's often the payment line, and on the right-hand side, there is the checking in for court line. Those can switch from time to time, but you're going to want to look at the clerk's office and make sure you're in the right line. They can be rather long. The reason why you want to arrive early and get to the front of that line isn't just avoiding that line. That is also the area in which the court will call your case. So the sooner you get there, the sooner the judge will get to your case, and the better off you will be. Now, once you go in, simply wait in the foyer area in front of the judge. They'll call your case, you'll get it done. Have you hired an attorney yet? If you've already hired an attorney, check in with that attorney because he or she may have already waited and called your case up early, and you may not have to stand in one of those lines. So save yourself the time. Dress appropriately. In essence, dress as if you are going to church. I see sometimes men, for example, with labor jobs where they are showing up for court dirty. They're showing up for court and their work uniform is covered in mud or grime. Do not do this. I see young people dressing in pajamas in court. Do not wear pajamas to court. That's silly. Some ladies, especially younger ladies, tend to dress perhaps a little bit too promiscuously for court. The idea being you show a little bit of extra skin, maybe the judge is more likely to help you out, give you what you want, be lenient on you. This is counterproductive. This will not work. Don't do it. Simply dress respectfully so that the judge will show you more deference. It's pretty straightforward. They will give time to pay in Blue Springs Municipal Court. Fines go up to $225 per charge. So if you have 2 charges, it can be as much as $450. But keep that in mind. They can give jail time in Blue Springs Municipal Court, but unlike other places, it is unusual for the judge to actually sentence people to jail. They will more likely convict you, fine you, or perhaps put you on probation. There are several types of probation, so you're going to want to keep track of these differences. There is supervised probation, where you have to call in or physically go in and see somebody every month. And there's unsupervised probation, which is more common in this place, and that you don't have to call in, you don't have to meet with anyone every month. You're more likely to get unsupervised probation in Blue Springs. More of a promise not to get arrested and charged again for a period of time, typically 1 or more likely 2 years. Probation also carries with it certain terms which are common in Blue Springs Municipal Court. There are certain classes that people have to take. For example, for drug and alcohol offenses, there's the alcohol drug education class. For shoplifting or stealing charges, there's the shoplifting class. For DWIs, there's the SATOP program, and there's the Victims Impact program. I haven't seen a lot of community service being required out of Blue Springs Municipal Court, but that is an option. I just haven't seen it much. Probation can also have with it reimbursement. if there's any sort of restitution that's needed, depending upon the type of charge. Court-appointed attorneys or free attorneys. These are not common in Blue Springs Municipal Court. 99% of the time you do not need, or you're not going to get a free court-appointed public defender. You're just not going to get one. The reason why is two things have to happen to get a public defender. Number one, the judge has to make a finding that you are indigent, completely unable to pay any money. And secondly, the prosecutor has to stipulate that that's Vernon Scoville or Eric Bokovich, one of those two, those are the two prosecutors, that they are seeking jail time against you. And like I said, it is unusual in Blue Springs Municipal Court for them to seek jail time, so you're not going to get a public defender. Give up on that idea. So what to do? Well, my advice is call an attorney that regularly practices in Blue Springs Municipal Court. If your case is so small that you don't need an attorney, he's not getting rich representing people in Blue Springs Municipal Court. He'll tell you you don't need an attorney, just go and handle it yourself. If you do need an attorney, it's important to get that attorney as soon as possible. And there's several reasons for this. There's obvious reasons in that everything court-related is inconvenient for you, it's stressful for you, and takes time away from you from doing other things that you enjoy in life. Since the amount of money you're paying to the attorney is not going to change significantly, hire that attorney as soon as possible to save yourself the trouble. Also, the attorney is going to have a strategy to make things turn out for you as best as possible. And the sooner that strategy is implemented, the more likely that strategy is going to succeed. So the sooner you do it, the better. Okay? Also, there are some cases in which hiring an attorney is going to be necessary because it takes time. I'll give you an example. Accident cases or cases where there's some sort of restitution, it takes a while for insurance to run those things through. It's going to delay your case whether you like it or not. Also, cases like driving while suspended or driving while revoked, these take time because you need to get reinstated if at all possible. All right? That is Blue Springs Municipal Court. Your particular case is going to have nuances or things that you want to know about that can't be anticipated in this video. So my advice is give us a call, ask us the question, and we'll help you out. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. You have a great day.